Yo, I just pre-ordered 3 Helium hotspots, so let's discuss why I did it and why you should too. Hey, this is Rochelle and welcome to Multiple Passive Streams of Income. Many people have some knowledge of helium mining already, so please look in the description below at the timestamps to advance to the part of the video you may need some information on. Now, I just became aware of helium mining last week, and this opportunity may be up your alley. So, I'm going to explain what I've learned so far, starting from the beginning. So if you know nothing about it, this video is going to allow you to have a good foundation on how to proceed. The People's Network is powered by the Helium blockchain. This network is made up of hotspots that we can all buy, and for having a hotspot, you earn Helium tokens, aka HNT, for your efforts. The hotspots provide long-fi for IoT devices. IoT stands for the Internet of Things. These devices are smart devices like smart locks, smart thermostats, smart lighting. And many of the smart devices in a home are connected to the homeowner's Wi-Fi. But there are many smart devices in the street, like sensors on cars, security cameras, scooter rentals, for instance. And these devices need outside Wi-Fi. So this is where the People's Network comes into play. For you having a hotspot connected to the Helium network, you earn HNT tokens, which can be turned into cash for passive monthly income. Here are some of the companies already working with the Helium network. In fact, on my daily walk, I saw a Lime scooter the other day. So, how does the hotspot work? We, the people, can purchase hotspots and connect them to the Helium network through an app on our phone. That app provides a dashboard to monitor your hotspot, and also a crypto wallet to collect your HNT tokens, which you can transfer to in crypto exchange to sell them for cash. Now, how much does a hotspot earn? Now, that's not an easy question to answer, but there are tools to help us to see the location and the earnings of other hotspots in the location. So this will give you some insight as to the potential your hotspot may be able to earn. It seems the height of the location where you place your hotspot is going to be important. The proximity to other hotspots will be important. Obstructions like buildings or wooded areas near your hotspot is going to be important. So it's not a one-size-fits-all answer, but knowing the earnings of other hotspots will give you some valuable information about your location. So, how do I see other hotspots? Well, I use helium.place and explorer.helium.com. I like helium.place because the maps show the street names and some landmarks, which makes it much easier to pinpoint the location of your hotspot. Simply type in an address and it will show you if hotspots are in that area. When you type anything into the helium.place search bar, give it a few seconds to respond. So let's do an example. I'll type in Rochdale Village into the search bar on helium.place, and it gives me some suggestions. So I'm going to tap on Rochdale Village, New York, United States. You're going to see a red hexagon and a surrounding green circle, and that's plotted on the Helium Place map because hotspots too close to each other are not optimal. So if you know a hotspot already exists, you can enter that address and see if the location is too close to an existing hotspot. You can enter your address and see if your location is too close to an existing hotspot. Any location in the red hexagon is too close, and anything in the green circle is better. I'm going to remove the hexagon and green circle by clicking on the hamburger menu icon at the top left and toggling off the sweet spot and location red zone. This is going to remove the hexagon and red-green circle from your helium.place map. And now you can see the dots on the screen. The dots on the screen represent hotspots in the area, and the color of the dots denotes the reward scale. Now, Rochdale Village is a group of 20 apartment buildings in Queens, and they tower over the rest of the neighborhood, which is comprised of 1 and 2 family homes. Each one of these buildings has 13 floors, and they are not that far from JFK Airport. And obviously, if you have a hotspot located on a top floor of one of these buildings, especially the buildings on the outskirts, this is probably going to be an ideal location for a hotspot. So currently, I can see that there's 3 hotspots in Rochdale Village, and they're not far from each other. They also are all blue dots on the map. So let's look at hotspot 1, which is called Cool Gray Snail. This hotspot is earning a full reward of 1.0. When you hover your mouse, the hotspot name is going to appear, and it also shows you if the hotspot is online or not, the reward potency of the hotspot, and the distance. So we can click on the hotspot name and see more info. This hotspot of 187M shows no witnesses, which means it's not communicating with any other hotspots, although it does have a 1.00 reward scale. By clicking on the rewards tab, we can see this hotspot is only earning 4.41 HNT, which isn't great, but that does amount to $54.20 for just having a hotspot hooked up in an apartment. Let's look at the second hotspot, also blue in color and gaining full rewards. This hotspot is 331M, so higher than the first hotspot. And we will click on that hotspot's name, Nosy Honey Goose. That hotspot too doesn't have any witnesses. So again, it's not communicating with other hotspots. But it is getting the rewards of 17.03 HNT in the last 30 days. So at a price of $12.29 for HNT today, this hotspot made $209.30 in the last 30 days. Let's look at the third hotspot, also blue and gaining full rewards. This hotspot is 430M, which is higher than the other 2 hotspots. This hotspot has 33 witnesses, as you can see on the map above. Look at all the yellow lines leaving from the hotspot. This hotspot earned 278.57 HNT in the last 30 days. This hotspot is earning over $3,400 monthly passive income. For just buying a hotspot and setting it up in the right location and attaching it to the Helium network, I mean, come on, that's phenomenal. So as you can see, 3 hotspots at different distances but near each other, and one hotspot is clearly in a better location, probably due to the height of the hotspot. There's no obstructions around that building, obviously, as you can see from the map. And this hotspot is actually communicating with hotspots in New Jersey. So this location is a gold mine for whoever owns that hotspot. So with Helium.place and Explorer.helium.com, you can research locations and find ones that may turn out to be lucrative for you. So how much do these hotspots cost? Well, currently, these hotspots are back ordered. So the word is getting out, obviously. And so you won't be able to get a hotspot immediately right away. But you will be able to get in line for one if you decide to proceed. The devices range from $400 to $650 currently. They were cheaper a few months ago. Also, Helium has authorized dealers, and you can find those dealers on helium.com/mine. And currently, Nebra is not selling any hotspots. RAC is selling 250 devices a day, but you have to fill out a form, and they will sell one device to 250 random people each day. So if you aren't one of the lucky choices for the day, you have to fill out the form each day to be considered for the next day's lottery. These hotspots are going for $400. Testing. Next is the Bobcat Miner, which is $4.99. You can buy this device and be on the back order line, but they are not giving any refunds once you make the purchase. Last is the Syncrobit device, going for $650, which allows you to stand online and gives you the opportunity to cancel your order before it ships. So I chose this device to buy because I just wanted to exercise the choice of canceling, since the device is not going to ship until mid-September at the earliest. I don't think I'll be canceling, but this will allow me to look at the helium.place map and determine how many hotspots have been added to my area by the time September falls around. There's also an outdoor miner made by Nebra, but that's a device that you need additional setup because you're going to need an electrical outlet near the outside area and also some type of Wi-Fi nearby. So that's a little bit more complicated. There are people selling their place in line on eBay. So most do not have a hotspot, but they paid to get one. So they're in line for a hotspot earlier than you can be if you were to order today. So if you buy something from eBay, in most likelihood, you're going to be buying the ability to get the hotspot faster. And obviously, they're going to charge you more for having that ability to have the hotspot earlier. So how much will it cost to run a Helium hotspot? Now, unlike Bitcoin mining, these hotspots are small and noiseless and cost the electricity of a light bulb and a tiny amount of Wi-Fi to run. So very inexpensive to implement. How do I get HNT tokens, and then how do I cash them in? Your hotspot earnings will go to your Helium wallet, and you will send your HNT to a crypto exchange like BINANCE.US, and then you'll sell those tokens for cash. What if I live in a state that bans BINANCE.US? Well, there are 7 states that do not allow residents to sign up with BINANCE.US. I happen to live in one of those states. So what I'll probably do is just have a relative or friend that doesn't live in those 7 states open up a Binance US account. I'll transfer my HNT from my Helium wallet to their Binance account and have them sell the HNT. And when they get the cash, then they'll cash app it to me. Remember, those transactions are going to be taxed to your relative or friend. So make sure you're able to pay those taxes when that tax bill happens for them. Okay. So far, this opportunity sounds amazing, but come on, Rochelle, there has to be a catch. There really is no catch. The people who already have hotspots are being rewarded for being the early adopters. The recent spike in HNT's price has rewarded those early adopters with some very good monthly income. In January, HNT's price started to move up from $1.50 to as high as $20, and as of today, HNT sits at $12.29. Although hotspots are catching on, there's still so much earth to capitalize on. So the future looks bright for helium mining because there are so many untapped areas around the world. So I believe it's still early enough for people to get in. Also, we may all want to have 100 hotspots out there, but most of us do not have 100 locations we can add a hotspot to. But with some ingenuity and partnering with family and friends, most of us should be able to add more than one hotspot to the Helium network. You showed us all the pros, Rochelle. Come on, there's gotta be some cons. I wouldn't call these cons, but be aware that the Helium halving is about to occur on August 1st, which means people on the Helium network will gain less HNT tokens for their efforts. So the profitability will probably decrease after August 1st. But the caveat here is if the HNT price increases over time, the decreased profitability may not be as drastic as it seems, and of course, time will tell. The next con is obviously the volatility of HNT's price. That's always the risk of cryptocurrency. So if that risk is too great for you, then that's understandable, and you shouldn't be looking to invest money because there is no risk-less investment. Lastly, if you live in an area that's untapped, so you're getting a hotspot is going to make you a lone wolf. It seems 3 hotspots near each other starts a mini network. So approach friends and family that live in your area and go in as a group perhaps. Eventually other people are going to add hotspots, so eventually you won't be a lone wolf and you will be the early adopter in your area and be rewarded when your hotspot communicates with those newer hotspots coming into the area. Now, there's a lot more for you to research, obviously, but I've given you enough to see that this is a great investment for passive income and deserves your attention. I'd like to give a big thank you to RAFAEL MORELL, who turned me on to this. I will definitely do follow-up videos once I get my hotspots. If I misrepresented anything, please let me know in the comments. Also, please share this video with your family and friends. I would appreciate it if you like or dislike this video because all interaction counts. Please subscribe and comment, and please click the notification bell after you subscribe so you're notified when I drop new videos. As always, thanks for your time, as I know you could be any other place right now. Take care.